cannot afford to stay the same as everybody else. You're stuck. You didn't have to go through if you would have just gave it to God. Have a little talk. Baby, I need you to sit down, okay? Because we need to have a little talk. We need to have a little talk. We need to have a little talk. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Baby Sit Down episode 2. I look like somebody's mom today, but it's okay. Because I'm mother. Do people still say that? I don't know. But hey, y'all. So, y'all, let's just go right into it, baby. Like I said, if you haven't already, please go shop Dolly X. Okay? All right, link will be below. Socials will be below. Everything will be below, baby. We're trying to be a millionaire. We're 25. You look like your hometown. Look exactly where you came from. You look exactly like you came from Greenbow, Alabama. Because my name is Forrest Gump. That's what you look like. Okay, and I can say that because I come from Dothan, Alabama. So, it's all good. Don't try me. But baby, yes, you look like your hometown. You look exactly where you come from. And now what this means, some of you probably have heard it. Some of you probably haven't heard it. Some of you probably are like, what is this girl talking about? No, I don't. But it's really and truly, yes, you do. Because when I say you look like your hometown, I mean you look exactly like your environment that you complain about. A lot of y'all will sit and complain that it's nothing to do in your environment. In your hometown. You will complain like all everybody do is drink and party. All everybody do is shop, scam, do drugs, drink alcohol. Like that's all they do in your hometown. But guess what you sitting up there doing? You sitting up there doing the exact same thing. You're not doing anything different. You're stuck. You're stuck. That's the worst place to be in. That's the worst place to be in, honestly. So, here's what I want to tell y'all. A lot of y'all can even still move out of your hometown, but still look like your hometown. Now, it's nothing of a whole forget where you came from and, you know, you came from the gutter, you came from the hood, but you don't forgot because you done moved out of the estate, the town, whatever it is. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you will move somewhere completely different, but still look like you came from Greenbow, Alabama. That's what you try to get out of. And when I say that, I'm saying because you're sitting over there, you're doing the same lazy routine that you have. You're sitting over there in the same desperate and negative mindset that you have. You're sitting over here being thirsty and chasing the same type of men that you was chasing back then. Now you bring them up now. You're not even trying different. You're not even trying a new culture. So it's like you look exactly like your hometown. You bringing your hometown with you. Now, mind you, it's not something wrong with everybody's hometown. You know, but if you know it's different for you, and if you know it's something that you're going to have to move and get out of to achieve that betterness in you, then you're going to have to stop looking like that. You're going to have to literally get up into your mind and say, I have to stop doing things that I left in the past. A lot of y'all will bring your past to the present and expect a different future. You cannot do that. You have to literally change your present. Remember the past. Change the present based off of what you did in the past to get a different type of future. That is what's going to happen. That's what's going to get you from here to there. A lot of y'all need to actually move from your hometown, actually. I feel like we're at an age where we still feel like we're handicapped and we still feel like we're hanging off our mama's underarm pits and we're hanging off our daddy's underarm pits. At this point in life, a lot of y'all need to get up and move. A lot of y'all do need to face the struggles of moving, face the struggles of a different environment, of not knowing anybody, of being by yourself for a little while. A lot of y'all do need to feel that, because if a lot of y'all don't feel that, y'all stay exactly where y'all at. And that's like the worst possible thing you could ever do. So yes, a lot of y'all do need to move out of your hometown. Your hometown it's not doing anything for you but keeping you with the same people, the same routine, the same environment, the same food. When the last time you had Indian food from an India? You would never know because you ain't gonna move. You still right there in Greenbow, Alabama. So it's like, baby, at some point in life, y'all, excuse that squeakiness, it's just my window. But at some point in life, y'all gonna have to literally move out of your hometown. Literally. You're gonna have to get up, pack your things, and go. Now, I moved on literally zero. I didn't have really no money in my account. I didn't have nothing. I was going by the faith of God. And a lot of y'all do need to go and get on y'all knees and get on y'all face and go to God. Okay? Because God actually might not be telling you to move. God could be telling you to stay right where you at. Because that's where he calls you to be at. But it's some of y'all that he probably is going to need y'all to get up and move. I had to move. I couldn't stay where I was at. He's calling a lot of y'all to move. He's calling a lot of y'all to actually stop overthinking and stop thinking of the worst that could happen and actually have a little bit more faith in him. Because if he's providing you food on the table, a house over your head, clothes on your back, a running car with running water, now he's going to do the same thing in the future. If you just decide to get up and stop overthinking and stop being in your head. But yeah, you gotta get out of your hometown, baby. A lot of y'all needs to get out your hometown. If you feel like you need to stay in your hometown, okay, you can still stay in your hometown, but stop worrying about being different than everybody because you still want to be the same. I see this happen a lot of times with people who stay in their hometown and they the same as everybody else there. You have to, if you are going to stay where you live at, you're going to have to do different. You're going to have to make moves different. You're going to have to think differently. You're going to have to act differently. You're going to have to not be a product of your environment all the way. You're going to literally have to do the necessary things that you're going to need to do so you can be different than everybody else. That means if everybody's going to a party on Saturday, but you know you want to have a multi-million-dollar business, that means you got to sit up there on that Saturday and you got to package them orders. You can't go outside. Because if you went outside, then you got people with late orders. Late orders means bad customer service. Bad customer service means ain't nobody coming back to you. That's bad reviews. That means you losing money. So you have to do the next. You gotta be different. You have to be different. If you know you want to go to school, you dropped out, or you couldn't finish, or something happened, or you just want higher education, do that. You don't have to go across the country to go to another school. If you choose to do that, then that's you. But we have so many things online now. You can go online and get you a higher degree, to get you a higher paying job, to get you that higher paying house, to get you this, to get you that. Understand that it's okay to be different from everybody else. The people that you went to high school with, elementary school with, middle school with, baby, let them stay do the same thing. Because, I mean, hey, we need some people. But you, the person I'm talking to through this video, you cannot afford to stay the same as everybody else. You can't do that. You can't. Because if you do that, you're not just messing yourself up, but you're messing up a whole family line up. A whole generations up. It's up to you to change the trajectory of where the rest of your generation, where the rest of your family, where the rest of your bloodline is going. You can't do that. You can't do that. I could do that. I could be different than everybody else. I can change, do all this stuff. But people gonna talk about me. People gonna say this about me. I'm just worried about what people might think. I'm worried about what people might say. What my parents gonna say. What everybody gonna say. Girl, fuck them people. This is your life. This is literally your life. Like, literally. I want you to sit and think like this is literally your life. Your parents did what they needed to do, and that was to raise you. They're not there to control you. They're not there to control you. They was there to raise you, teach you right from wrong. Some did better than others, okay? But at the end of the day, this is your life. This is your trajectory. And that's why I don't believe in that whole blame it on where you come from, blame it on where you lived, how you got up, da-da-da-da-da. No. Because at the end of the day, at some point in your life, it doesn't become your parents' issue. It don't become your grandma, your granddaddy issue. It becomes yours. It becomes what you want to do. Like, yes, it's going to be challenges, but like I said in the beginning, you have to go to God. Give it to God. I promise you, God will handle the challenge for you. All you got to do is walk through it. Okay? But a lot of y'all have to understand that you got to ignore those haters. You have to ignore the bad influences, the bad people that want to come into your voice and say things to you, you have to ignore them, literally. Like, you have to keep going. Yes, it's going to hurt when you hear it at first. It's like, dang, like, I thought you would have believed in me, or like, dang, like, I can't believe you said that to me. It's going to hurt because it's different. Anything different to somebody, it's not going to sit well with them. Somebody could say to me right now, oh yeah, I'm going to be the next president of the United States. I'm going to be like, the next president? But it's because it's different. You're not expecting somebody to just come out and be like, yeah, I'm going to be the next president of the United States. You're not going to expect that. And that's exactly how everybody else going to do. But that doesn't mean that that stops you. Okay, you prove them people wrong. You prove that, yes, I can do this. I am capable of doing this. I can get it out the mud. I can go to school. I can start that business. I can make sure my kids got places to eat. I can make sure I got a roof over my own doggone head. I don't gotta stay with you. I can make sure I'm good. It's people out here moving at 18 years old and you're worried about moving out your parents' house at 25. What they sound precious, you need to go down there to that welfare office. Sorry. Don't go to welfare, y'all. Try y'all best to stay off welfare. I'm just playing. I was just saying, little joke. Ignore the bad influence, the bad talk, because that's only gonna set you back and it's only gonna get in your head. And that's the number one thing that you don't need people access to is your head, your mind. You need to keep, the only person that can access that is Jesus himself. Sometimes you need to even get out your own head, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. It's not going to look up until you look up. And that's something that I wanted to leave y'all with because I'm still going through that as well. Life is not going to look up until you look up. And I mean that spiritually and mentally. Like, until you go to Jesus, until you go to God and you truly pray and give it all to him, life is not going to look up for real, for real. You're going to think that you can control everything. You're going to think that, oh yeah, I can handle this. I can do this on my own. But God can't. But you're handling obstacles and you're handling battles that you shouldn't have, or that you don't even need to, or you wouldn't even have to go through if you would have just gave it to God. God handles battles for us that we honestly did not even think that we needed. God handles battles for us that we honestly did not even feel like it was a battle. Like, God literally does that for us. And a lot of times, life is not going to look up for you or your situation if you don't genuinely, honestly believe that you can do it on your own. You got to go to God, okay? Mentally, you have to make sure that your mindset is on the up and up. Yes, I know every day is not going to seem like the best day. It's not going to seem like it's a great day every single day. But as long as you keep moving forward, the only way, if you keep moving forward, you're going to keep going up. Up is not down, okay? Up is not forward. When people relate up, they go forward. Okay, and I know it can be so hard when it comes to these hometowns and to you staying in the same environment you've been for all 20-something years of your life. But I promise you, if the moment that you start changing the way you view your own life is the moment that you start changing your reality. And the moment your reality changes, that's the moment that things are going to be different for you. Okay, when I was in high school, I literally had a different mindset than everybody that I went to school with. I went to 2 different high schools. Still the same type of person. It's the same people everywhere. It's the same people in every single high school. Just different environments. I promise you. But I always was a different type of girl. I always just thought different. I always just moved different. Like, and I was okay with that. I didn't care if people was like, who is she? Like, who is this girl? Like, or I didn't care if people thought like I was crazy or thought that like, I didn't really care. I really went through like my hometown with the I don't care mindset. Cause I really don't care. Cause I knew where I wanted my future and I knew where I wanted my life. I didn't want to look back at my life and be like, dang, I'm still up here in Alabama. I didn't want that for me. So it was just like, I had to change my mindset. And the moment that I changed my mindset was the honestly cold hard truth was when my reality started changing. I started business. I went to college to places people ain't never been to college before. Like, I was just doing the doggone thing. And that's the same thing with college. I went through college like I was just a different type of girl. Because I didn't want to be the girl after college to graduate from college and not have no job. Going back home to live with your parents. I didn't want to be that type of person. Okay? But I didn't do that on my own. I did that with the Lord. That's a key factor that I don't want y'all to miss. Okay? Understand that your hometown is just where you come from. It is not who you are. I think a lot of people blur that line between where they come from is who they are. Yes, it shapes you. Yes, it helps you become the person that you're supposed to become in a type of way. But it's not who you are. You can change who you are every single day. You can wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, you know what, I'm going to be an astronaut. And now you're working towards being an astronaut. Or you can wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I want to do hair. And now you're learning how to do hair. But you can change who you are. But where you come from should not dictate who you are. That's where stuff gets messed up. And that's where a lot of y'all are getting messed up. That's where a lot of y'all are getting stuck at. You got to make sure that once you set your mind on that, yes, I want to be different. I don't want to be like my family. I don't want to be like who I am. You got to understand that it's going to either take you moving out of your hometown. It's going to take you either staying in your hometown, but moving very differently. It's going to be either one of those two. Today on my baby sit down, please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. More videos to come. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, follow my socials. They will be around here somewhere. But yeah, make sure y'all do that.